Hello, my name is Paris Finnie. I live here in Long Beach, California, and I'm a buddy of Sam's. She asked me to try to explain one of the most toughest subjects I have to deal with, and I really don't know where to begin. So I guess I'll start with a story. When I was 12, I was hungry, and I left to go to Jack in the Box because that's what you do. As I was walking there, minding my own business, I get to Jack in the Box. I order a Jumbo Jack, no onions. I remember that order so prominently. Jumbo Jack, no onions. And I thought, no problem. I left. As I was leaving to go back home, I was stopped by an officer. And this officer approaches me with a very strict and very almost ominous demeanor. And he puts himself in front of me and stops me from my momentum and says, "Where is the iceberg?" And I thought, as a 12-year-old kid, like, what the heck is iceberg? And I thought, glaciers? I was perplexed. The South Pole? I don't know. And he thought I was being sarcastic and like I was insulting him. And I thought, no, I really don't know what you're talking about. And he goes, "If I go into Jack in the Box right now and I ask them about the iceberg, you're not gonna know what they're talking about?" And I thought, what the hell? Where is this going? And I said, "Go ask them. I have no idea what you're talking about. Please, by all means, go and question the clerk at Jack in the Box about me with iceberg." He walked away in the Jack in the Box, and out of pure panic, I ran. I got away. The story is going to end positively because I'm here right now talking to you all, right? Another instance was I was leaving a movie, King Kong, 3 hours of cinematic gold, and as I approached the trolley we have here in San Diego to get back and forth, California, I was going to, with my music playing, just jamming out. I feel this car pull up real close to me, and I thought, whoa, someone's gonna hit me. I turn around, police squad car. 2 officers exit the vehicle. They ask, "Hey, stop right there." And I thought, whoa, what's going on? I had just left a movie. And they said, "Where were you an hour ago?" And I said, "Watching a movie." He goes, "Yeah, prove it." And I thought, one, is this beyond my rights? At the time, when you're operating in fear in these circumstances, it's hard to like check yourself and be like, what are my rights? But I said, I have the ticket stub. I reached real slow into my pocket and I pulled out my ticket receipt. And I don't know how many of you keep your ticket receipts after you go see a movie, when that was even a thing before Corona. So I was able to prove my innocence in that moment. But the question is, in these circumstances, what if I couldn't? What if I wasn't able to prove that I was watching a movie? What if I couldn't explain more articulately that I have no idea what iceberg is? And I happen to be lucky that my speech, my ability to speak in Espanol or in English is fluid. But not everybody who has my skin color can do that. And where this stems from is hard to say. There's a lot of mixed ideologies, from the ravages of Africa to philosophies that we're inferior, these dogmas, these means of understanding that don't really make sense when it comes to the validity of another human's life. And so I have in my community what's called the talk. When I have a child, when that child has a child, as I carry the black diaspora in my veins, we have to have a talk. The talk is how to act when you're stopped by the police. And when I tell that the people who aren't of color, they're kind of confused. What do you mean you have to talk to them in a certain way? Like, you have to be on your best behavior. And so it gets kind of troubling when you have to carry that burden. And what you do to solutionize it, if that's a word, to find the solution for the way we are treated in this country globally, is to make systematic changes that educate, alleviate, and create understanding, compassion for someone who is different than you. And the hardest part is, to this day, Africa, the person of color, isn't seen in equal lights. America has been pretty bad about overstepping their boundaries in certain governments in certain places, right? And it's not just America, the European diaspora itself, the way it has started from England or from France or from Spain and led across the world to conquest. Spain occupying all of South America, changing the dialect. England occupying Jamaica, occupying Haiti, occupying different parts of the pockets of the land that don't belong to them. For what? For capital? For power? I don't understand. And the hardest part is, today, I mentioned, it still goes on. Behind the scenes, following the money. And it's when we have the ability as a human race to make a change, are we going to continue with this disbalance of what is a humanitarian right? What is it, my basic human right to receive? Respect, health, a home, love. And so yeah, I carry these philosophies often, and it doesn't bog me down where I can no longer function. I'm depressed or sad and all hope for the future is lost. No, I still, with my light, am able to traverse this world in a way that keeps me positive. The hardest part is, although I can be the happiest person you know, my light can be extinguished with one misunderstanding. And so it's hard, but not impossible. And that's, I guess, all I have to say right now.